Hey everyone, welcome to Kempner Canucks. My name is RevTrev. I'm hanging out in Surrey. I'm at a hotel right now. I'm in Surrey thinking about Kyle Bowen, wondering if I'm near his place. So thinking about the Vancouver Canucks and what a bunch of drama queens. Like, think about the drama that's happening in Vancouver that is absolutely, it's been a gong show all year, like literally all year long. There's so much to talk about as fans, as content creators, but literally sitting here going, this team is a bunch of drama queens. And I'm not saying it's not all bad, but it's just getting a bit much, isn't it? Like the amount of things that we can talk about and I'm going to be talking about during this video is absolutely insane. There's so many frustrating moments, so many unknowns. Why did they do this? Why didn't they do that? And so that's what we're going to be talking about today. Hey, if you like Canucks content that is passionate, realistic, and honest, make sure you hit the like and subscribe from a hotel room in Surrey, everyone. That's where we're doing this video. So, okay, let's dive into it. Everyone's asking, why isn't Rick Tocchet been extended in Vancouver? That's a great question. I really want him back. A lot of people had complained about Rick Tocchet this season, and I just think it's crazy to think about a Jack Adams Coach of the Year guy. The next year is a terrible coach. Impossible. Impossible. It's like, oh, we don't like his style. I think with the injuries we had this year, with the struggles that people had, all the internal and external things that they had to deal with, how in the world could you imagine this team? And we were right there until almost the end. Like, we still had a chance to make the playoffs. I still think this team has some really great potential, and it's really hard watching the NHL playoffs without the Vancouver Canucks. Last year was so wonderful and glorious, and I'm watching Montreal and Edmonton and Winnipeg and Ottawa and Toronto playing, and it's just like, man, we should be there. We should be there. I know Flames fans are feeling the same way. I get it. It makes a lot of sense. They played better than even we did. But it just is so disheartening to see the playoffs without them. But there's so much here that we need to discuss. And Rick Tocchet is one of those guys. Why has he not re signed with Vancouver? Does he not want to come back? That is a great question. If he's. Okay, part of it might be, hey, now with these comments about Quinn Hughes, like, do you want to come back and coach the Vancouver Canucks if Quinn Hughes is not available and he's not on the team eventually? Like, that is one of the things everyone wants Quinn Hughes to be back. But think about it. If the realistic option is that his brothers come, then Rick Tocchett's signing on the dotted line. But the chances of that are so slim. It's easier for Quinn to go there and all that kind of stuff, right? But I don't know if that's the biggest thing. It's like, I'm sure they're offering him good money. Come on. This is the guy they want. They've been saying in the press conferences they want him back. They're in contract negotiations. Why hasn't he signed? And some people think, oh, Philadelphia's been tampering and that whole thing. I have no idea. All I know is I think we need him back. And then people are like, well, if we don't get him, we can get Mike Sullivan. The Pittsburgh Penguins are a complete gong show, haven't made the playoffs, I believe, in 3 years. And we want to go get Mike Sullivan? What? Makes no sense. So, I'm hoping that Tocchet signs any day. I'm really pumped about that. Can't wait for him to come back. The second piece is a little bit what I've already referred to, is Allvin and Rutherford. I loved their press conference. It was so raw and open. I love that. But it also caused a whole can of worms. And Rutherford is like one of my favorite personalities in the NHL because he's that older guy who doesn't care and is just honest. And he's like, everybody knows this. Well, everybody doesn't know it, but thank you so much for being honest with us because that's what fans want. And I know that's hard for some people to hear. But the conversation regarding Hughes and his brothers, that was like everyone's thinking it, so it's not really a big deal, but it is a big deal. And I think that's tampering. Shocked that he can get fined for that. But what Alvin said about Pedersen and needing to play, and both of them about needing to play a complete game, was mind blowing. And I would have thought it was the offense, but no, they were talking about the defense. They're like, we know he's going to get his points. And then Alvin is asked, well, that his no trade clause, no movement clause kicks in July 1st. You know, are you guys open to trade him? He says, we want to keep him. We still believe in him, but everything's on the table, which means that if we get the right deal, we're going to move him too, which is mind blowing because why would you say that publicly? It makes zero sense. Again, drama queen, like we just love the drama. I guess, I don't know. It it kills his trade value, honestly. That he's not a complete player, he's struggling, he's had injuries. Like who wants this guy, right? Honestly, maybe Carolina, if that. What are they honestly aren't going to offer? But it felt like it killed his trade value, and it's not going to help his confidence. To you publicly saying those things, like if it was me or you, would you be able to handle it? Well, they're not really a complete employee. They're like only doing half their job. They're getting paid a lot of money and doing half a job. You think that motivates people or demotivates? And then I think Pedersen is the guy who doesn't handle those things well. I mean, who would? So why would you say that? Makes zero sense why they said that about Pedersen. If you believe in him, just say you believe in him. Have all those conversations behind closed doors. That's what you need to do. Okay. And then there's the whole Vlander fiasco. Makes zero sense why this is still going on and on and on. Offer him 925,000. He's not even. It says it's not even interested in the bonuses like they were talking about. Get him playing for Abbotsford. He would have totally done that. And why are you dragging your feet? What is the thing in the background that's going on? Now, if you end up moving Pedersen, this is the thing. This is the thing. You can move a Willander first round pick and say, hey, he's almost ready to go. So why don't you guys do that? Like that's what. Sorry, not why you guys could do that. Why did they? Why aren't they signing him? Even if they sign him, it's a good thing for the organization. It's a good thing for trades in case. I do not get why they do not have him signed yet. It feels like they're mismanaging this whole situation. And he's a right-handed shot defenseman. So hard to find. So hard to find in the NHL. So I'm super confused by that. Then you have the Suter situation, which fans want P.S. Suter back, making 1.6. He's going to get a pay raise. I don't know what that is. It sounds like from Dollywall that they have not even offered him a contract yet. And maybe they're just waiting to see what happens in the playoffs first. But to me, that seems like the contract conversations haven't started. Why not? Like, at least find out how much. Maybe they already know how much he wants. I'm not sure. But to me, it's like, this is a guy that I'd like. He can play center. He can play on the wing. He can play penalty kill. That's a guy you want. Sounds like they're in conversations with Forbort, though, which is surprising. $1.5 million, renegotiating that contract. Is it another 1 year deal? Had a good second half of the year. I would be open to him coming back if he's around the same number. Good penalty killer, good size. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, a depth guy or a sixth guy, 5'6" guy. So it's not brutal if we don't bring him back, but it would be nice to have him back. And then you have all the fiasco. Again, drama queens, too much drama going on in Vancouver. The whole Brock Boeser. If you are not going to re-sign him, why in the world would you not trade him at the deadline? Another fail. But maybe they do end up. They say you can go test the market and see what you want to do. That never goes well. You know that in the NFL they did that with Saquon Barkley next, and then he goes to a rival team and wins a Super Bowl. Like, so we think that he's just gonna go. Now they've offered him $8 million times 5 years. That's a good contract. He wants more than that. He wanted the 8 times 8. Well, I'm not comfortable with that. I think that management not being comfortable with that, that's fine. But I don't want to make an 8 times 7. 8 times 6 is still even a lot, but it's hard to replace a Brock Besser, and he's a fan favorite. The flow is so, he can shoot the puck, right? I don't know. Do you guys want Brock back at 8 times 8? I don't. But then it gives us more cap space. Who's going to come to Vancouver? There's going to be a lot of changes this offseason. The problem is this place is just full of drama. You got the rift, you got trading JT Miller, you've got the Pedersen issues, the struggles, the injuries, you've got Demko. Demko, his injury alone was catastrophic for this team. Lankinen played really well, over exceeded my expectations, but then here's the thing. He just couldn't handle the workload, but having Lankinen and Demko next year would be beautiful if Demko's healthy. I think this team's a playoff team if Demko's healthy. Problem is, he hasn't been healthy in a while. Does Pedersen bounce back? We better hope so. But if not, I'm just at this place like, let's trade the guy. I'll be doing a trade video of Pedersen real quick. But I hope he turns it around. I hope he helps us win a cup. That whole thing. Anyways, that's my video for today. The Vancouver Canucks are literally, they love drama. They love it. It is, we have so much going on. It's insane. So, anyways, hope you have a great day. Hit the like and subscribe, everyone. Pumping out content in a hotel room. Have a great day. Go Canucks, go.